Showtime. Here we go.
Responsible Gaming Week at Hollywood Gaming in Mahoning Valley, and this runs through August 7th. Responsible gaming means having fun and playing within your limit. We're pleased to be able to celebrate this very important week with a number of very influential leaders at the state, regional, and local level. This morning it is my pleasure to have with me Mike Galley, General Manager of Hollywood Gaming at Mahoning Valley Racecourse, Karen Russo, Outreach and Problem Gambling Coordinator for the Ohio Lottery Commission, State Senator Joe Schiavone, State Representative Sean O'Brien, Mahoning County Commissioner Dave Ditzler, and our Austintown Township Trustee Jim Davis. We also have one more person to introduce, and that is our Responsible Gaming Week mascot, Officer Obvious. Officer Obvious has been working very hard to get the message out about responsible gaming and the importance of it. He has a short video that he would like to share with you all at this time, supporting his important message.
What do you mean my check didn't go through? I have to recoup my losses. How did I even get to this point?
Well, what did you expect after a day like today? First, you drank 5 free wines at the bar in 1 hour. And then you spent half your paycheck on that lame horse 12 steps that was sure to win. And then you spent the other half of your paycheck on VLTs that were sure to win eventually. Now you think that betting more money that you don't have will recoup your losses. That's a bad idea.
Thanks, Officer Obvious.
You bet. But a tad bit too much. Now make the obvious decision and go get some help.
Thank you, Officer Obvious.
The message out there is that, hey, you like people to come out there and gamble, but you like them to do it within the limits and the confines of their own budgets.
Responsibility, right. We want them to have a good time. That's what it's that's what it's all about, is having fun. However, you just need to know your limits, and that's actually what our theme is.
See, I know my limits.
You know your limits?
I know, yeah, I'm good.
You're not betting the house?
I'm good, yeah. I'm not betting the rent money.
And that's one of the things that you look for, if there's problems at home, if you're, taking your rent money and you're behind on bills so you can play the machines,
right.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, throughout the week after that, after the press conference, we have a lot of things planned for patrons from noon to 2 actually on Monday. We're going to be giving away our giant pretzels, and those are like legendary around here. They're like 12 inches wide by 10 inches high. They're giant pretzels.
With mustard and cheese all over them.
Oh yeah. So we have those to give away. They just need to come to the booth that we're going to have up there. We're going to have Meridian Community Care there, and they're going to have the literature that everybody needs to grab to learn about responsible gaming.
Well, every year, Penn National Gaming, one of the largest operators of gaming facilities in the country, conducts a week-long Responsible Gaming Education Week. And this year, the new Hollywood Gaming Racino in Austintown is part of the program. Glenn Stevens was there for the kickoff ceremony.
A number of local and state officials took part in the launch of Austintown's first Responsible Gaming Education Week.
Responsible gaming means having fun and playing within your limit.
It's when gaming stops being fun that people need to know that help is available.
Teach families and relatives of those loved ones just what steps to take, and that there is help, there is hope.
And for people who want to know more about problem gambling and where to get help, Meridian Healthcare actually has a booth on the floor here at the Racino. Counselors say when people stop paying their bills or start writing bad checks, it becomes a community problem.
Financial debt doesn't just hit the individual and those people around them, but a lot of other people face damages for it as well.
Hollywood Gaming says it takes responsible gambling very seriously and even allows a person to voluntarily exclude or ban themselves from the facility.
We offer them an opportunity to exclude themselves either for 1 year, 5 years, or a permanent ban.
Responsible Gaming Week is designed to raise awareness and educate the public about treating gaming as a budgeted form of entertainment. The week-long event runs through August 7th. With more local news, I'm Glenn Stevens.
Well, all this week, Hollywood Gaming at Mahoning Valley Racecourse will observe Responsible Gaming Education Week. It's a national effort by the gaming industry focusing on the issue of problem gaming and gambling. The racecourse will make available resources to understand it, to identify it, and deal with your gambling issues. Information will be available on counseling and treatment. And joining me with more on this, the Director of Marketing from Hollywood Gaming at our facility, it's Jeff Duncan. Jeff, thanks for getting up, coming in. Thanks so much.
I get?
Spin the wheel. Now we got 3 more winners. Hang tight. Spin that wheel. It ain't like Price is Right. It's a little bunch of fees. No. It didn't go all the way around. Boom. Gonna believe it. What? You won the hot seat. The question is, Bo, Larry, and Curly, the 3 Stooges, had a dog with a snake. It's Responsible Gaming Week, right? So the question is, how old do you have to be to enter the racing? 21. Good job. Very, very good.
guys or know anybody, we have a problem gambling program. Okay? This is where you get a coupon for problem. Yep, and we also have information about problem gambling, so if you're interested in anything, please anyone you do.
What is an acceptable form of ID to use to gain entrance to Hollywood Games?
What do you mean my check didn't go through? I have to recoup my losses. How did I even get to this point?
Well, what did you expect after a day like today? First, you drank 5 fruity Hawaiians at the bar in 1 hour. Then you spent half your paycheck on that lame horse 12 steps that was sure to win. And then you spent the other half of your paycheck on VLTs that were sure to win eventually. Now you think that betting more money that you don't have will recoup your losses. That's a bad idea.
Thanks, Officer Obvious.
You bet. But a tad bit too much. Now make the obvious decision and go get some help.